He's 30. He's 32. He's 30 fucking 2. Can you believe it? Our boy. It was just seemed like just yesterday he was like, I was patting him, I'm giving a little burp, and he's burping, and then he's spitting up on my shoulder. I want to drop the fucker, but you know what? He's made it all the way to 32.
There's this kid
32.
hanging around the library. Hey, can I have a show? Can I have a show? Can I have a show?
Yeah. Now he's all over the place. He's here. He's there. He's there. He's on Wisco, disco, all kinds of shit.
Well, before Jack breaks every possible FCC rule known to,
I got to have a rule for you right here.
Oh boy! All right, you convinced me to go to an announcer voice. Here's AJ Bocchini with the AJ's Sports Mafia on CPL Radio.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Good evening and welcome to a nightly edition of AJ's Sports Mafia on CPL Radio with my guy Jack Hankey.
So do we have to? I have a question for you, sir.
Yeah.
Since it's evening, do we have to watch our language, or is that a thing?
No, we're good.
Okay, good. All right. I got soap ready for your mouth, AJ. Just be careful.
We're all good. We got a big day in sports today. Big freaking day.
Good. Okay. I've got some thoughtful things to ask you, and I got a WTF for you. So you go ahead.
My first thoughtful thing of the day.
Mm-hmm.
What are the Brewers doing?
I missed it. I don't know what's going on. Tell me.
They traded Tyrone Taylor and Adrian Houser today.
Oh, they got rid of those two bums. Thank God.
For a minor leaguer. I'm
surprised we could even get a bag of balls and some bats for those guys. Are you kidding me? Who's the sucker?
The New York Mets.
Oh, perfect. Stearns, you take them. You have them. Here you go. These guys are really good. We'd like some Spalding balls, please.
Right.
What do you think? Why do you think they did that, AJ?
There's so much talent in the pipeline.
Whoa. Like, speaking of pipes, are you smoking a pipe? Are you serious? Or are you kind of trying to...
Well, I'm saying, they got rid of Tyrone Taylor, so that clears all the outfield spots. Okay. They did sign Cheerio to a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is Cheerio and Taylor kind of played the same position. Because you can move Taylor all over the field. Now,
mm-hmm.
if you're my question is, if your plan is to keep Christian Yelich and play Jackson Cheerio with Christian Yelich, that's the right move to make. Because that is, if their plan is to keep Christian Yelich. But by moving on from Tyrone Taylor, I think that sends a signal to the organization: we're going to keep one of our veterans and one of our consistent players, who, by the way, is still under a massive contract.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll keep Yelich, and I think they'll keep Yelich and play Cheerio. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jefferson Carroll, the Double-A catcher right now, gets the backup catcher spot in spring training as well.
Okay, let me ask you about Yelich. Do you think if they trade him, that means they're going to complete rebuild? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that complete rebuild is the way to go?
No.
Okay.
There are too many good arms, either in the system or.
Okay.
There's too many good arms in the system. Contreras has proven himself. If you go, my question to Brewer fans, if you go complete rebuild, you haven't signed Wilson. You haven't signed Contreras to a long-term extension. So if you go complete rebuild, you're gonna have to sign someone to a long-term extension to get some stability in the organization.
Yeah.
So,
my thought on the complete rebuild always sounds good because people go, we don't want to be in the middle. Then we want to do a complete rebuild. The problem is, or the challenge is, if you look at it optimistically, is if you're doing a complete rebuild, you trade all these people, you get all these draft picks, you still have to get the draft picks right. There's no guarantee that they're all going to be right.
And it's a 3 to 4 year process to get the draft picks up.
Mm-hmm. So do you think are you happy with, you said, what are the Brewers doing? So you're not happy with the move?
I just want a clear direction. I don't really care. I don't really care either way. But are we trying to win or are we trying to rebuild?
Well, from this move, can you tell, or is it just more
It's
smoke
it,
screen? You don't know.
I think it's more for smokescreen, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
Okay. What's your gut tell you they're going to do? Not based on any fact, and I'm not going to hold you to it. What do you think?
I think they're going to win 82 games, which would finish above 100, but out of the playoffs.
But are they going to? Do you think they're going to try to not rebuild? I guess is what my question is.
I would think so. The way
So kind of so more of a rearm than rebuild. Kind of
I think it's a retooling more than
retool.
rebuild.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Gentlemen, let's interrupt. I have to take my child out for dinner, so you guys got the show. Jack, when you're done, just hit the end stream. And before I go, with your opening, Jack, your first minute on air, I'm going to start playing this for AJ's show, just so you know. Here we go.
The following feature has been rated R by the Motion
R?
Association.
I was going for X.
It is intended for mature audiences, and consider whether it's viewed by those under 17.
Hold it. I have a question. I have an objection. Russ Meyer is in the audience. He is not mature, so
but he is above 17.
He's way above 17.
Have a good show, gentlemen. I'm taking it out for burgers. See you soon.
All right, have fun.
All right, see you soon.
Okay. All right. So you AJ, you completely blew me away. There were so many directions I thought you could have gone today, and you did. And you went with the Brewers, which is good. So what do you got next?
My other big thing is Wisconsin football, like I talked about.
Again, you got me. Okay, go ahead.
Go, and then I'll get to Devondre Campbell.
I don't even know that one. So you're completely stumping me. Keep going though. Wisconsin football.
It was a big signing day today. They now have the 23rd ranked class in the country for next year's class.
How many big time schools are there? Are there 50? Are there 100? Where does 20? What does that mean? 23, AJ. Is that good?
If you're in the top 25, you're really in a good city.
Okay.
Because that puts you as one of the top 25 programs in the country, which puts you in the polls, which puts you in, so that's really good.
Okay. All right. So you're happy?
Yes.
Good. All right.
Very, very happy. Very, very happy.
Any detail on that, or you just overall you're happy with? Are you happy with the direction that Luke Fickell's taken the program?
I am very happy. I think
very happy.
I'm very happy. I think the
good
direction they got a quarterback in this year's class. Mayberry, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Mayberry Mentor, who should be solid if you give him time to develop in the system. They got 6 transfers from this year's class as well that are immediately eligible to play. So.
How many did we lose, AJ? I know it goes both ways. Do you know? About? I know we had one linebacker. Anybody else of note that you know of?
Nobody else. Bortolini and Matry are going to the NFL.
Okay.
So.
Well, good for them.
So Bortolini and Matry are going to the NFL. One return of note, Chaz Malusi got another year of eligibility.
How is he? Do you know physically?
I'm not sure he's all the way back yet. I'm not sure he'll play in the bowl game, but
I just mean for next year if he can play because he had such a brutal injury. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, he's returning. He's returning in some sort of role. So so it's very impressive to see him returning in some sort of role. So.
Okay, I'm good with that. Well, good. AJ, you are 2 for 2. I had 3 or 4 things here. You have completely. This is wonderful because I don't know where you're going, but you know what you're doing. So you keep driving the bus. Where are we going next?
Devondre Campbell.
What? I don't know anything about this. What happened?
My man. Shut your mouth and play.
What's he saying? I missed it.
He said basically, I won't play anymore. I won't play hurt anymore. I need to get my body right. I can't play hurt anymore. For a guy basically calling out the coaching staff.
What the Joe Barry, the defensive coaching staff, or the whole coaching staff?
I think the defensive coaching staff more so.
Okay, Wh- what's he hurting with? I don't even know. AJ, tell us.
I,
Please.
I don't know, but he said I need to get my body back or something like that. I can't play through injuries anymore. I need more time off. Got it. Something you just don't hear a guy say with 3 weeks to go in the regular season.
Well,
And
I do believe though, if I could, AJ, interject this into the conversation is
right.
the it's not doesn't seem it which is to the good. Players are sitting out more when they're hurt than they used to in the old days. The old days, they would shoot them up. Nobody would know. They'd shoot them up with stuff, painkillers, and put them out there, and those guys would get hurt.
Yeah.
Now, when someone is saying I'm hurt, I can't play, it's like people either take sides. Are they really hurt? Should they play? Are they tough enough?
Yeah.
The other thing is, you never know when someone has an injury and it's really affecting their play and they can't make the play because they're injured. And then if they're thinking to themselves, I'm taking abuse because I'm trying to play through it, but I'm not myself. I can't make the plays I usually play. I'm just going to sit out. And so I wonder where this falls in there, AJ. Do you have any thoughts on that?
My thought is, Devondre, first of all, thank you, my man, for being honest and forthright
Mm-hmm.
on how you're feeling. Because a lot of guys, someone said, so I didn't like what the Packers reaction was. Oh, he lost the locker room. We're going to lose out. No. This guy's a veteran leader on our defense who's the only guy right now who plays the middle of the defense, who's a leader on the defense, who has some cachet to his name right now.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to come out and say, I can't play at 100% the way I'm feeling right now, thank you. Thank you for being honest and saying, instead of saying, I'm playing with one arm tied behind my back, on, trying to play, can't make a tackle. I missed the linebacker in the middle. I can't keep up with Chris Godwin last week because I was hurt. Instead of saying all that stuff, thank you for being honest. That's all I gotta say.
So, 2 years ago, he made first team All Pro,
Yes, sir.
and he was the buy of the century. For what the Packers played for him. I think you gotta listen to the players sometimes. If someone you respect, I mean, there's some people who are mouthing off all the time, but this guy, if he's saying he can't go, I err on the side of him. I say, you know what?
Don't go then.
Don't go then.
Yeah, right.
All
That's
right.
the same way I feel about the Jair thing too. Like, if he's really hurt, he must be really hurt because he's not playing. And he's been out like 6 games, so it must be something must be really, really wrong or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, we've taken shots at him. I have no idea what's going on with him. I took shots at him because he was sitting out and he was they're gonna run. Yeah. But you know what? Everybody's different. I know he's always been vocal. I don't wish him ill. I just wish the Packers defense didn't look so dreadful every week.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's hard to watch.
Well, especially when your offense scores and you know you need to stop and you can't get that stop.
Right. Yep. Yep. So they play
Carolina.
And Carolina just won a game.
Yes. And Carolina beat Atlanta, which dashed Atlanta's playoff hopes. Well, kind of.
What's going to happen this Sunday?
I am nervous. I'm nervous that we got a young team looking at a team with 2 wins that's going to come in. It's on the road, too. And I'm not saying that Carolina is a tough place to play, but if you saw the passion of those hardy fans of that 2-12 team that came out in the pouring monsoon rain on Sunday to watch them win a game 9-7 on 3 field goals, I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous because, and I'm not saying the Packers will make the playoffs or they win this game, because they probably won't. What I'm saying is, I'm nervous because this is a game before 2 divisional games. So if you're looking ahead at those divisional games and you slip up here,
Stop. AJ, I gotta call timeout.
Yep.
When you're on a team that's what's the record now? 6-8.
yeah.
You can't be looking ahead to anybody.
No,
You can't. You. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the teams you're looking ahead to are the Patsies at the Homestead Highlanders playing basketball.
Right.
I mean, those are setup games,
Right,
but still, you can't. Don't you think you can't? You are in no position looking ahead. People are looking ahead of you.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can't be looking. You can't be 24, 25 saying, "Oh, they got 2 wins. This will be easy." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy for you. You lost to Tommy, Danny DeVito, and I can't even remember his name last week.
Oh, what are you talking about? It's Baker.
Baker 400-yard Mayfield.
Yeah,
So-
but you know what? You got to give that guy credit. He's sticking around.
I do. He's sticking around. He found a good team for. I told you, Todd Bowles is a good coach. That man is a good coach. So I'm very, very pleasantly surprised by his play. But yeah,
Okay.
but not against the Packers. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But-
So you're concerned. What's your? I got to have a prediction. We're not going to talk again. Well, we will talk on Sunday morning. Do you want to talk this now or not?
Yeah. So I'll throw it out there now.
All right.
17-10 Packers.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Then what do you have next, or do you want me to go off my list?
I got one more thing for you.
Okay, go ahead.
For those of you who want to come out and watch some basketball over the holiday break, I got 2 opportunities for you. We got the Jacoris Classic, which is a homestead event against Verona, or we got an even better event. We got the WBY, Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook, has their tournament, the 27th, 28th, 29th at Concordia. We are the last game, the 29th. We're the 6:15 game against the Pier on the 29th. And the reason I bring those 2 up are those are our next 2 games, Verona and the Pier.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who, and they're both in Mequon. So if you want to come out and watch some good ball or watch some ball in general, there are 34 teams. There are 34 teams at the Concordia tournament over the course of 3 days. So it's a perfect.
I'm sorry, 22nd and 29th?
28th and 29th.
28th and 29th. So that's next Thursday and Friday.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully you'll be done with the fruitcake by then. Santa will have come and gone. You know, Santa's got a good gig. He works 1 night a year. The rest of the year he just gets
off.
fat. But regardless, so next Thursday and Friday.
Thursday at 7. Fridays at 6:15.
Okay, both good times. Both not late at night. You can
go. No, Friday is neutral site. Well, it's not neutral. Well, it's kind of neutral. It's Concordia.
It's not kind of neutral.
Well,
it's in your backyard, AJ.
It's in our backyard. It's Concordia. It's the Pier, the number 1 team in the state, the defending state champ. So it'll be a fun game. Be a fun week.
It will be a fun game. It'll be a good game.
Fun weekend for us. So.
Yep. Good.
Well, yeah. But what do you got, Jack?
I've got WTF, Shaka. What happened last night? Marquette not only lost, they lost by 15. Did you watch?
You know what happened? A shaka happened. A big time shaka.
Tell me what happened.
I did not watch for the most part because I was playing.
Okay.
But what I can tell you is I was thoroughly disappointed with the way Oso played. And not to call anybody individually, but Oso only took 1 shot in the second half. That's
not going to get it done.
No, it's not going to get it done. And when he's when he's one of the best screening big men in the country, um, you've got to free up Tyler and Cam and all the other guys with his play in the middle. So I was very I was very disappointed, but then again, Providence is very good. They are very good, and they are very good at home. So we'll see what happens against Georgetown this weekend. I'm concerned, Jack. I'm very concerned.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah,
well, I'm concerned too. I, I, I mean, it's so early in the year, but so many teams get these ranks, and they're not. They don't. I mean, they've played some good teams, but everybody's in flux right now. I mean,
Yeah.
you can lose, you can even get thumped. I mean, and they got thumped. 15 is a thumping.
Yeah.
When you're supposed to be a top 5 program in the country, and it happens sometimes. But it
It
might
is a-
be. I'd rather this happen and say, all right, we're 0-1 in conference. Let's get our shit together. Now we really got to work hard.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And being a guy who was fortunate enough to go to practice and see what they do, I think they will get it turned around.
Okay.
I think they will get it turned around.
I believe you. I don't doubt it. All right, that was number 1. Number 2, things I've been reading are, I mean, the college football playoffs don't come until New Year's Eve, right? Or New Year's
Day.
New Year's Day. And the Badgers play at 11 a.m. on New Year's Day, and the playoffs are until later that day. But the first game is Michigan and Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Now, Michigan's the number 1 ranked team in the country.
Not to mention they're under scrutiny right now.
Well, they're always under scrutiny. But the point is that everybody's picking Alabama. At least expert, other coaches, they both played on speaking under anonymity. And when you read through them, the points make sense. My question is, I don't have confidence. I'll tell you my position, AJ, first. Usually I put you on the spot. I'll tell you mine. I think it's a long shot for Michigan to win because I don't think they win in the trenches, and I don't think they win with speed. They're number 1, yeah. They don't have a great bowl record. They don't have a great playoff record, I should say.
No, they got killed by Washington, from what I remember.
Yeah, and last year they lost to TCU in a shootout. Yeah. So my question to you is, what do you think about the Alabama-Michigan in particular, that game? What are you hearing, and what is your gut?
Michigan's not going to win. But for them to win, for them to have a chance, J.J. McCarthy has to show up to play. They can't have another game like a month ago when they went to play Penn State and he threw for not 1, not 2, but 60 total yards. You can't win like that consistently. JJ is going to have to outduel Jalen Milroe for them to even have a chance.
Is that possible?
No, the way that Bama defense is.
Okay, so the only way for them to win is basically for McCarthy to have the game of his life.
Right, exactly.
All right. Another thing that's the undercurrent going on is people have said, and the stats have shown, that since the cheating scandal came up, the first 5 or 6 games of the year, they had all these blow yourself away stats, McCarthy included. Since then, since they've been found out, they can say all they want about us against the world and all that bullshit.
Right.
But his stats have dropped off the table, and they're terrible. And one coach said, it's amazing how difficult it is when you don't know what the other team's going to do. Right. So do you think that sign stealing scandal has not, I get the feeling it hasn't gotten enough play.
There's more to it. And for those who don't know, Michigan just today got a notice of allegations from the NCAA.
About that or something else?
About that.
Okay.
So just today. So my feeling, Jack, is if they lose, and they lose big, it's all coming out, baby. It's all coming out. They were lucky enough that they won games when all this stuff was going down. So it
But they
was
were
swept
playing
up.
some bottom of the barrel Big Ten teams. When
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were lucky enough that they won games against bottom of the barrel Big Ten teams when all this stuff was coming out. So it was not to say it was swept under the rug, but it was like, okay, another thing. And they were so defiant about it. So we didn't do anything, and yada yada yada. And the players took on the persona of their coach. And don't get me started with him. I don't like him at all. With all the respect to John, I don't like your brother at all. But yeah. Yeah. So I'm interested to see what happens. But the way I'm looking at it, as much of a big fan as I am of the Big Ten, I'm going Roll Tide by 20 in this one.
20.
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's my prediction: if Alabama wins by 20, and I don't doubt that they won't, Harbaugh will not be there next year.
He will not be there next year. But did you hear the other part of this?
What?
The NFL said, no, you're not running the NFL and saying.
Now why are they starting that now? They got Pete the Cheat up in Seattle. He pulled one of the biggest cheating scandals of all time. They had to give the fucking Heisman back. They had to abdicate their national championship.
Right.
And that guy scooted right to the NFL, no problem. Now, why are they doing it now?
Because they realized they screwed up. But yeah. I agree with you. It's too little, too late to wash your hands of a clean getaway. So
makes me puke. Makes me want to puke. All right. So it might not be a clean getaway, but I'll tell you what. Even if he has to do something in the NFL, like pay some fine where he's going to be making millions, if he gets a San Diego Charger gig, he's going. And it doesn't matter if he gets suspended for 4 games, has to give a quarter of his salary. He'll still leave Michigan way back in his wake and won't be looking back.
That Charger job, which I haven't even gotten into yet, that is the most coveted. That's probably the most coveted job in recent years. That's like getting a young. I don't even want to throw a name out there, but it's like getting.
Yeah, a young guy, just his young Justin Herbert. He's a potentially franchise quarterback.
Without a broken finger, they'd be a different team. But,
well, they still managed to lose to the Packers.
And the defense.
Yeah, but here's the thing: San Diego sounds like a good gig because of that, but that Spanos family has been. They're terrible owners. They've been terrible owners for 50 years.
Well, we're no stranger. We're no stranger to.
I know.
Lackluster ownership.
Reminds you of. I'm not going to say his name.
Let's just go with Okay.
All right. We'll leave it at that. My next one is Chip Kelly.
What did he do now?
Good stuff.
UCLA.
He's coached UCLA football. I've not been a fan of his because I'm not a fan of the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah.
But I saw some clips of him today, and one of the things the number of things he said were I think right on. They asked him about the conference realignment. Do you think the conference realignment works with? Did you hear this or no? You're looking like you heard this.
No, I didn't hear it. No,
okay.
Go ahead.
Basically, what he's saying is just because your football and basketball teams have conference, you're like for example, Notre Dame basketball. For years they've been playing in the ACC. They're not in any conference for football.
No,
their other sports are not. And he named off a bunch of other teams where just because your football or basketball teams are in a conference doesn't mean that all your teams have to be in that conference. The point being, the bigger point being, remember what you and I and Bulldog were talking about when this first came out about the Big Ten becoming the Big 100 was you don't need to have your softball team play teams from Stanford and UCLA just because your football and basketball teams do. I mean, It's
Right.
proven, and there have been many other examples where teams are in one conference for sport doesn't mean they have to be for all the conferences, and that makes
Look at
all kinds of sense.
look at Wisconsin for hockey. They're not in the Big Ten. I
How does
don't
that
think
work?
they're in the conference with all the North Dakota and Minnesota schools.
So how does that work? So why can't that common sense prevail for this new realignment where we're saying, okay, we're all going to be thrown in there in football, but that doesn't mean our golf team has to play. All, I mean, any you name it. I'm picking sports out of the air, but
Yeah, right.
you know what I'm saying. What do you think about that, AJ?
It's all a money game, Jack.
I
Unfortunately.
I know it is, but the non-money sports don't have to follow the money sports.
Yeah, right, right. I would hope that if there's a lesson to be learned in all this, that you don't have to go to that some of these sports don't have to go to Rutgers on a Tuesday night in the middle of February if they're not on TV and do all that travel and stuff.
And still
But
be a student.
and still be a yeah. That's the thing. Where are we making it athlete student? No, that's not right. It's student athlete. That's yeah, that's not right. That's why when I was in D3, we made all our games. We played Wednesdays and Saturdays. That was it. We didn't play Monday to we didn't play Monday Tuesday or or we didn't play Monday Tuesday or Sunday most of the time. We played Monday. Well, we played Wednesday we played Wednesday and Saturday for the league. So it just made it convenient for us.
Right. Right. And it's just, I know people say college athletes are not student athletes, they're athletes. But however, except for a very few money sports, and even among the money sports, let's look at Wisconsin football. The Badgers have how many players on their team? 80, 100? You know how many are
85 scholarship.
okay, 85 scholarship and all these walk-ons. You know how many are going to go pro? 3. I mean, you know, even the money sports. My point is, I'm not picking on the Badgers' talent. I'm just saying the odds of any college athlete going pro and making a living off it are so astronomically high that we have to think, how do we realign this so that it makes some sense?
How do we realign it so they're getting their education too? That's my thing. How do we realign it so we get our education, we get our 4-year background that we promised our mommy or promised our mom and dad, and we get a 4-year education, and we'd be set coming out of college to get lined up and get hired. Because you're right. You're absolutely right, Jack. It's a one.
Keep
It's a
saying
one.
that. I like the sound of that.
You're absolutely right, Jack. It's a 1 percentile game, and it's a 1 percentile game, and even some of I'll go back to Wisconsin. Some of their receivers, they're not all going to go pro.
All, maybe
They-
one.
Maybe one, pick one, maybe Bryson Green, but that's about it. So you got to have a backup plan. What you're saying, and I don't know if I don't know. But sometime I'll play this video for you. It was Coach Prime from Colorado, and he said, "How many of you in this room had a backup plan?" And nobody raised their hand. And that's the scary part. It's like you got to have a backup plan, because if you don't have one, you're going to be in big time trouble when this game of life comes, and the ball's no longer there. So that's just my 2 cents.
Well, that's what I wanted. I wanted your 2 cents. So you surprised me with your subjects. I think I surprised you
Yeah,
tonight.
you did.
It was a night of surprises.
You did, and I appreciate Bulldog and your flexibility with my schedule.
Don't compliment or say anything good about Bulldog. He's not right.
No, but I appreciate the change in schedule and getting it in on Wednesday night. That makes.
Well, the night and AJ, it'll be available on YouTube, so you can tell your legions of followers, which it is growing. You're getting bigger and bigger, as you should. It's just, it's like college student athletes, big money, NIL contracts. That's you. You're the NIL. You're the big head. You're like the LV in golf. You're like
Yeah.
those guys taking all. It's a money grab for
The
you.
the live in golf. Yeah, it's a money grab. All right. Money grab. All right. Yeah, but hey, if I can, real quick, shout out Mr. Bob. Uh, uh, Happy birthday, Bob. Sorry I missed it Monday night, but I just shout out to you, Mr. Bob. You're doing great things in the community, and just happy for you and happy birthday, man.
And you're doing great things, AJ. You guys are like one day apart on your birthdays.
Right, exactly.
That scares me.
One day apart. One day apart.
If there was only another December birthday that was kind of big that we'd celebrate, I don't know what it would be. But anyway,
Oh yeah, right.
yeah, I have to admit I wish I would go back and cross your name off, but I signed your name to the card. I told Mr. Bob you were sorry you couldn't be there.
Yeah.
And no, he's a good man, and you're a good man, AJ. You guys are you're a dynamic combination. That's for damn sure.
Thank
And
you,
you're
sir.
both going to keep doing good things in the year to come, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Onward and upward.
Onward and upward. You know, I want to make 32 better than 31. So, my goal this year is to, I got 5 seniors this year. They're gonna graduate and go on to college. That's the big thing is, I want to be a good coach, but I also want to make sure my kids go to college. Be successful academically. So that's the big thing for us is to make sure.
And college is good, but not everybody is built for college.
Be successful in whatever they choose to do.
That's right.
Whatever you choose to do, this life is not linear. It's a path. It's a game of. It's a game. Everybody's given their own path, and also just enjoy your holiday, everybody. Realize that this is a time to spend with family. This is not to spend with friends. Spend with family, become closer as a unit, and just enjoy it. Enjoy it.
AJ, you say that. Have you met my family? You have any idea what it's like to say this is a time for family? Oh my God! Have you met Margot? My goodness.
I have.
Oh, she's yelling from downstairs.
Hi, Margot. Yeah.
AJ says hi. AJ, maybe okay. So Sunday is
football and Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Are you going to be able to do a show on Christmas Eve?
I plan on doing a show. Yes.
All right. We got to be right in at 11. I got to be out by 11:30.
I got you. Can do that. Plan on doing a show because my brother won't be until Sunday afternoon.
Okay. All right. Well, we're not doing our shows around him, for God's sakes. It's you and me. Actually, it's me. It's not him. All right. So you and Mr. Bob, a lot of good things going on in the world.
Yeah.
Think good thoughts. Be always like you just said it. I hate to compliment you, AJ, but the thing is, look ahead. I mean, you're not going to do anything you didn't accomplish in 23. It's over. Move on.
It's done.
Move forward.
Put it on your list for 24.
That's right. One thing I do have to say to you, one of your biggest fans, Russ Meyer.
What's up, Russ?
He asked me to ask you, since he knows you are the king of the study hall.
Yes, sir.
At Homestead High School, he wanted to know how tough the study hall exam was. The final exam in study hall was.
You know what I did today, Jack?
No.
I was testing kids for different classes. I was timing their tests. So the final exam in study hall, I'm a tough grader, I'll tell you that
much. Russell love that.
Yeah. Also, before we get off the air, I know we got to get off real quick, but remember that to all the, I saw 2 instances last night where there were instances of, different things that happened at high school sporting events. I won't get into what they were, but these are high school kids. Let them play the game and enjoy it for what it is. I mean, it's just it's a game. It's a game for kids. Let's not get too uptight about it. So that's just my highlights.
All right. Well, that's a good one. All right. So now that you've scolded everyone in the audience, you want to leave with a positive up note, or do you want to just be like
No,
browbeating and berating everyone?
no. Like I said, it's Christmas time, so
Mhm.
everyone enjoy your Christmas.
Right on.
Enjoy your, keep in mind for those who love sports, we got Bucks and Packers on Christmas and even Christmas. So for those who love sports, you got those to look forward to. Just make sure you enjoy it. This is a time of year that is short, too short in my opinion. But it's a time of year that we're supposed to look back on what we're thankful for and look back on, what we accomplished and where we've been and where we're going in the future. Just look back on it and embrace where you are. That's my one point. Is just embrace where you are, because you never know where you're gonna go. So embrace where you are and embrace where you're going. That's what my
I would add to that, AJ, my 2 cents is embrace where you are because you're not going to have it again. And we all think we have all this time. We don't.
It's limited.
It's limited.
Yes, sir.
And we may come back in another dimension, but that's another dimension. We can't control that. So,
Right. Exactly.
all right. So it is Wednesday night. It is, I'm going to say it, Christmas week. And I think it's important that everybody enjoy doing what you're doing. If you don't enjoy your family, enjoy your friends. If you don't enjoy your friends,
Find new friends.
find Russ Meyer. Because
Find Russ Meyer.
he's a friend for everyone.
Find Russ Meyer.
But we will have a special Christmas Eve show from 11. Try to be on time on you're going to be home on Christmas
I'll
Eve?
be home. I will be home Saturday evening, so I'll be ready to go Sunday morning.
All right. Well, you're going to be home on Saturday evening. What's the church schedule for Sunday? You're going to be able to do this on Sunday morning?
We got church on Saturday.
Okay.
So we got church at 4:00 on Saturday with the family.
Excellent. All right. So your deck is clear for Sunday morning.
Yep.
11
a.m.
And this is supposed to be like a 15-20 minute thing, and you've been bleeding over into like 40 minutes because you just can't stop talking.
Hey, all I can say is it's sports, baby.
There's no limit to all you can say. So don't ever say to me, all I can say is, because there's another hour of
I could go on for hours, but yeah.
I know. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. So Randy Miller says, Merry Christmas, Jackie Claus and AJ.
Randy, we'll see you on Christmas Day. I'm excited to see the family and see everybody. So looking forward to it.
Excellent. All right. Uncle Randy kicks ass. He's all right.
Yes.
All right. So talk to you on Sunday. Everybody in the meantime, enjoy what you got, because you just don't know. You just got to enjoy it while you have it. It's just the way to do it. And we'll talk to the Bocchini clan. Maybe the Italian Scorpion will make an appearance.
Yeah, the Italian Scorpion's got major news coming up too.
I don't want to hear his major news. I want to know if the queen of the Bocchini clan has any.
Oh yeah, she'll be.
I don't want to hear anybody else.
Shout out mom. She made a massive birthday cake. Thank you.
She's the best.
She's the best. She's the best.
And at least you know that. All right, AJ, this is going too long, but we'll see you on Sunday at 10:59.
Yes, sir.
Try and be ready. Gargle before you come on.
Yes, sir.
Just because you got a haircut and all the chicks are after you, it doesn't mean that you don't have to just have your act together.
All right.
All right. Okay.
All right, guys.
See you soon. See you on Sunday. Enjoy the sports in between. We'll talk about it then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Cool. See ya.
See ya.